I joined MCIS because I wanted to kind of get onto a board, but learn about not-for-profits, learn about what's going on and how it's different than working for another company. My interest was in helping out with technology, asking a lot of questions, kind of coming from an advisory perspective. I really wanted to understand how I can help grow MCIS the way the company that I worked for was growing, and seeing where I can kind of suggest things and provide advice.
As board members, we want to do what's best in the interest of our corporation and all the beneficiaries. So this includes the end client who needs an interpretation service or translation service. But I think ultimately we want to ensure we invest enough money, right, resources, people, to make sure that everyone ultimately benefits from the purpose of MCIS, which is to ensure that everyone gets heard. And from the position of a board member, we really make hard decisions. That's all in furtherance of our objective to make sure that everyone in the community has a voice and is heard.
Looking for a non-profit, charitable kind of volunteer position, because it had been a while since I had done that. And I didn't want to do something that was directly related to education, which is what I work in, but the fact that this came along and it was about language rights is similar to my academic research, but in a different context. So it was the coming together of those two things.
I think any board member, you really want to be able to say that you're asking the right critical questions and challenging effectively. So there's a great group of folks managing the organization. They have their opportunity to speak to us and share what the plans are and what they're working on. And then, sometimes we'll get a plan coming in, and I think our role is to sort of say, does that line up with the values and the bigger picture of what you want to achieve as an organization, or did you want to reevaluate that? And just it helps, I think, give context and have an appropriate dialogue.
So social purpose is the most important aspect of MCIS. I think it defines who we are, and I believe that it needs to continuously be communicated out in a variety of different ways, maybe from a media perspective, putting out YouTube videos, social media, just kind of showing who we are. Internally as an organization, to be talking about it on a regular basis. From a board perspective, do we have a separate committee that is just devoted? Is it talked about in each board meeting? Those are very, very important things, and the priority of it. And we want to make sure that it's top of mind, the purpose of why we do things. So always kind of getting back to, is this going to achieve our social purpose? Those are kind of the things that I think we need to continuously do on a regular basis.
I think it's very important that people are able to access public services in their own language, and this is one of the main draws that drew me to the committee. I'm also a translator by training and localization expert as well, so definitely what MCIS is doing, it resonates with me. And yeah, I want to give back to the community in any way I can, especially here in Canada where I live. And so yeah, joining the committee was a perfect choice for me.
I was an immigrant many decades ago. I came here, and I always was aware of the fact that my English was not good, and based on that I feel vulnerable. But knowing now, and fortunately for me, I was young, but there are many individuals who are entering Canada, and the language barrier will stay for them. And the fact that we are enabling them to do well in the society, to me, this has been one of the most rewarding aspects of my contribution to the organization.
I love it here because it's all about helping eliminate language barriers, and I just love the concept and kind of seeing how it's being done. It's a completely different perspective than what I do at work.